Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Nutters Network Thursday Things. Tonight we have a very special guest backstage in the green room. We'll be bringing on shortly, and oh my goodness! Okay, normally I would say hello to the chat in order, but this time I'm going out of order. Hi, Bill Versal!
Hey,
oh my gosh!
Bill Versal, long time no see.
Yes, welcome to my little channel. It's like, oh my goodness. As soon as I saw the name, I'm like, I gotta say hi to Bill. Yeah, Bill has been a friend of ours for forever. Let's see, gosh, Troy and I have been married 31 years, so I think we've been friends for like 25, 26 years.
Yeah.
Something like that, so a really long time. So I gotta drop my hi, sweetie, in the chat. There we go. It's like, oh my goodness, so glad to see you here. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. I got excited. Of course, joining me tonight is my special co-host, the love of my life. You also know him as that guy at the end of the bar, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing just fine. I'm sipping on a pomegranate cherry flavored water. That's it. But if I can get my lazy butt out to the store tomorrow to get some celery, I will be having a Bloody Mary tomorrow.
Ooh. Okay, I might be joining you on that, maybe, possibly. But right now...
I probably better have you make it then.
No, just don't add pepper to mine.
Oh, fair enough.
Makes it really easy. I'm currently drinking a Polar raspberry lime seltzer water. It's really funny. I don't taste lime at all. I taste a hint of the raspberry. It's just enough so that it doesn't taste like plain seltzer water. It gives it a little bit of flavor. So it's like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I had been drinking the Myers brand, but they were out of it when we were there last, so I got the next best thing.
Good.
Yeah, you do what you got to do, right? And before we bring in our guest, let us say hello to the chat. First up, of course, Lady Myst. How you doing, sweetie? Let's see. She was here earlier. She was here at 4:49 p.m. It's like, goodness. It's like she's definitely, probably my most faithful Blue Wrench because she is always here super early. Then we have Connie Cleary. How you doing, sweetie? Big Al Presents. Have a great stream tonight. I guess that means you're not going to be sticking around. That's a shame. Then Mr. Landau's Groovy Movies. I just love saying that. That name looks familiar. I think I know that guy. DadManWalking55. Let's see. Then we have Last Call with Troy Pacelli. You know, I've seen that guy around.
Yeah. He's all over the place, like horse droppings.
Oh, sure, it's not like that. Curtis Selby saying good evening, as well as deleted scenes. Hey, sweetie. Scrolling. Hoping this thing doesn't start jumping on me, because it likes to do that. Evelyn Hampton, good evening, sweetie.
Yep.
Samuel Proctor. Just came from watching my first Charlie Chaplin movie in the theater. Modern Times. It's so good. I was grinning when I walked out. Yeah, I love those old black and white films. They're just a little bit more entertaining, I think. And they were a lot more simplistic in a lot of ways, but they make such better stories than some of the stuff that's out today. Let's see. Samuel Proctor. Curtis. Scroll. Bill Versal. I think I got... Oops, nope, I jumped. Lady V Elements.
Hey, Lady V.
Wait a minute. I gotta see what she's saying hi to me because... There
Lady
we go.
V.
There we go. Hugs to me. I'll put my official hi, sweetie, in the chat in just a moment for you. Let's see. We have Jason Fox from 540 Studios. Welcome.
Hey, Jace.
Mr. Angel, how you doing tonight, sweetie? I saw you over on our special guest channel yesterday, so welcome to my channel. And for anybody that's here that's new, I appreciate a sub. I always sub back. Same with Troy. You know, if you want to drop him a sub, it's definitely appreciated. Let's see. Yeah. Geek Flag with Nate knows. How you doing, sweetie? Samuel Proctor. And whoop, my chat just scrolled. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Okay, I seem to be down at the bottom of my chat. If I happen to have missed you because my chat like jumped, please let me know so I can give you an official hi, sweetie, because I want you all to feel welcome. Without further ado, though, I think I want to bring in our special guest.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I would say do it.
Let's do it. Oh, let me get rid of that current comment. Welcoming for the first time to Netters Network Thursday Things, DadManWalking55. How you doing, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
Well, good old iced tea, but I had to use this pink stuff. I feel bad about it, but yeah. Normally it would be good old Southern sweet tea in honor of Lady V Elements out there. We had to talk about sweet tea the other night. It's awesome. That's usually my beverage of choice. But I went a little, I guess, unleaded tonight, if you could say. I love walking in here, and I got, we got the guy at the end of the bar, and the lady looking at me with those stone cold eyes that says security and bouncers. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I better behave.
Yeah. It's like, I'm small, but I'm feisty.
Oh, I most of the women I've met and talked to on YouTube, yep, I'd rather not make them mad. Especially when they start saying "bless your heart." When they say "bless your heart,"
Oh, bless your little heart.
yeah,
You gotta say with the accent, honey.
Exactly.
yeah, it's Southern for you. Better watch your butt. You're in trouble.
And the funny thing is, I'm not Southern. I did spend about a year in Kentucky, and I picked up an accent when I was there that was really hard for me to get rid of once I came back home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, much to the annoyance of the person I was married to at the time, which is not my current one. And it's like, can you stop with the accent right? It's like, I can't help it.
Yeah.
I can pick up accents pretty quick. But it's like, in that case, it took me such a long time to get rid of that Southern accent. But of course, as we were mentioning on your channel yesterday, on my mother's side, my mother is from England. She's from Lancashire, Oldham.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother was Welsh, and so now the accent's gonna start coming out. So my mother's English, my grandfather's Scottish, my grandmother's Welsh, and a wee bit of Irish along the way on my mum's side. On my dad's side,
Wow.
I'm French Canadian.
Wow.
Bonjour,
I'm not allowed to speak. I'm not allowed to speak with foreign accents on my channels. Everybody starts throwing stuff at me. And I'm doing my best. I'm not trying to be insulting. It's just like, it's not even close. The worst is the British accent. Oh my goodness.
So where do you hail from?
Florida. The great Republic of Florida. Yay.
Great Republic
I
of
don't think
Florida.
that Florida has any accents, though.
Actually,
Well-
it does. It does. Really, honestly, Florida is like a whole country in of itself.
Yeah, mostly in the Panhandle, you're going to get kind of a generic Southern a little bit.
It's basically the Panhandle's Alabama, Georgia. That's your true South.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then you got the I-4 corridor, like the Central Florida. It's kind of, you got China transitioning right there. You still got some Florida. You got still some of the snippers. Then you go south of I-4 where they don't know what sweet tea is. Well, then it's like New York, New Jersey. So
Yeah. Well, that's where you're starting to get into, all the people that have migrated there from the north. Usually to retire. So if there is such a thing as, retiree accent, that's what that is.
It's like, if you're a Southerner, you gotta have the proper sweet tea.
being straight, you do have to.
Flag with Nate says, bonjour, Nanette, or Netters. It's like, bonjour, comment ça va?
And
C'est pas
so
bien.
chances are you're not too far from, let's see, Pops and Aged Boomer. They both live in Florida as well.
I didn't know that. No, it's cool. Oh,
I've
gosh.
been telling both of them they need to start thinking about doing a what's it called, like a get together or something for all the Florida streamers. Do not let dead man speak Gaelic.
Yes.
We'll invade Earth to prevent that.
Fair
That's when I just
enough,
started
Mr.
laughing.
Angel. Yeah. Do you actually speak Gaelic?
Oh gosh, no. Gosh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I'm
Hold
willing
on.
to try
Bye,
anything.
Bill. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you stop by again.
Yeah, take
Yep.
care, Bill.
I will try anything. Even comme allez-vous, French. I'll try anything, but then it's usually if the miss is in control, the thing she'll like kick me off the stream for a bit. So till I fly right. But
There
no,
you go.
yeah, we've actually had certain meetups down here. I mean, we met in Lorena, down Creole down in Orlando before, and she had a channel meetup. Also, Geeks and Gamers had a big thing down there about
Sure.
almost a year and a half ago. So it's Florida has different meetups at different times. It's always good to see people. We've even had meetups with people on the road. The missus and I
Nice.
have. We actually met. I don't know if you know who Eagle Rider is. Rosetta. She's up. She does a lot of art and other stuff. She's a YouTube streamer, Twitch
Mhm.
streamer. We also met Clobbering Times.
Wow,
Oh, nice.
great guy. From what I
Yes,
can tell, I've
we
seen a
met
lot
him.
of his shows. Talked to him a couple times.
Well, we do these things called Detour with the Dadmans, where we'll pick a destination, we'll go, we'll highlight a trip, kind of
Uh-huh.
how we've done and stuff. Well, we went to Colorado to Yellowstone last year, and we've got all that detour detailed on my channel. And then so Clobby was the first stop on on the whole trip. Was having dinner with him the first night before we ended up going up to South Dakota, and then we met. We saw Rushmore, then we met Rosetta, and then we just saw Crazy Horse, and then we went over to Yellowstone, and just it was a wonderful trip with just me and the wife. You guys, I mean, 31 years married.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yep.
we the wife and I have been married 28 years. Uh, just this January, we actually
Mazel tov.
married a year to the date that we met. And man, so 31 years, that's so awesome. But this is the first time, other than, I mean, our honeymoon was in Orlando, but this is the first time that we ever took a trip, just the two of us, across country and all away from everybody, and it was really cool. We were like, just independent on our own, going through the mountains and stuff like that. Well, it's kind of funny because it was kind of a family vacation, but how families sort of get different agendas. And we finally just said, boom, we're doing our thing. And it was really cool, just the two of us alone with nobody. Well, when we could stream, we'd stream our driving streams live down the car because we had
Oh,
like
nice.
some 10 to 12 hour drives some days. So,
Yeah.
It's like Bill had said, I just texted Troy a picture of a small rolling bar. That's like,
Yep. I'm looking at it right now. Wow. It's well stocked.
wow.
It is well stocked.
Well, we know where the party is.
Yeah, exactly.
oh, wow. Yeah. It kind of looked a little like something popped in front of it, so I only saw it for a brief second. Can you show me again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, ours doesn't have as much alcohol on our cart, but we've got a fully stocked bar in the back of our family room, as well as the bar cart is upstairs.
Yeah, we got a full bar, at the back there, and then the bar cart upstairs.
Well, I'll be the designated driver, so I don't drink.
Fair
so,
enough.
There you go.
Well,
we don't drink on Thursday well, not alcohol,
yeah, because I still got to work tomorrow.
but on Friday,
Yes,
I get to have
Friday
an
we get to
alcoholic
let
beverage.
loose.
Yep.
there you go.
Get to have an alcoholic beverage on Friday because it's been a week and we deserve
And
it.
yes, we've earned it. I don't know if we deserve it, but we earned it. That's
Oh,
for
believe
damn
me,
sure.
I deserve it. After some of the baloney I have to put up with, I deserve to have.
This
an
has been a
alcoholic
mixed
beverage.
week for me. It started out, I'm a contractor at the company that I work at, so everything just kind of gets funneled to me, and they just dump it all on me. I feel like the septic tank, which is fine, because that's what I signed up for. But if you have a septic tank, you gotta pay attention to it. You gotta not pour more into it than it can handle. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big problem. That's all I'm saying. So
It's got nowhere to go except up and out.
So
Yeah,
I basically said that to the team, and the other contractor was like, "Oh, you can send me some stuff. I'll help you out." And so
Real quick, I want to say hello to Adega Outlaw and JPRPH1. How you guys doing tonight?
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Okay, so we've been chatting for just a little bit. So the question that comes to mind first is, what made you start a YouTube channel? How did you get started? And how did you choose your name?
That's so funny. It's in a way it's all interrelated to the same source. My youngest kid, Angelo, uh, because we used to do a father-daughter podcast type thing, which we've now rolled over to my channel at times. And I just started, hey, let's keep streaming. And finally, the kid said, "Dad, get your own daggum stream." So, and then I was doing some a podcast with a friend over on Twitch for about a year, and they're like, "You need to do your own stream. You need to just stop, just do your own thing." But my kid, it really was my kid was like, "You drive me crazy. Go get your own channel." So I always wanted to figure out Fortnite. Fortnite was something I learned from my other friend that I'd been on podcast with, and learned how to broadcast it from the PS4. So it made it pretty easy. But I really wanted to get into talking college football.
Oh.
That was and is my passion. And then let's see, 22. Yeah, because 23 was the 1 year anniversary. So August 22, and it was running up against the start of college football season. And I just said, I've got to do it. If I'm going to do it, let me do it. We'll have to do it now. And so I took the, Mr. Angel and his aliens. What a crew. He comes up with some crazy stuff. So, so it became August. So it was like, look, if I'm going to do it, I need to do it now, not miss another season. So I just finally took my kids' advice, took my other friends' advice, went ahead and started doing it.
And I'm sorry, how long ago was this?
First stream was August 19th of 2022.
Okay.
And so that's right up against the start of the college football season. So I was like, if I'm doing it, and we're doing college football, you better do it now, otherwise you miss. So with the help of the missus, get me going on StreamYards and graphics and stuff, we went live. Now, I will tell you the name of the avatar are also due to my kid, because 2020, we all know what happened in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Well, being a sports guy, everything shut down. Couldn't go to movie. I had no hobbies. My wife's like, you need to get hobbies. And I'm like, I just don't like reading. I don't like regular TV. And just was going to bed by 9 o'clock every night, working from home and all this, and nothing was open. And it was just really, eating at me, right? Well, my kid actually came up, was still in school at the time, and said, "Dad, I'm concerned about you," and said, "Why don't you come play Fortnite with me and my friends?" I mean, a teenager offering to come play with them and their friends was like really incredible. So I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. But I said, I'm from the generation of a joystick and a button. So I'm just going to die all the time with the controllers with 2 toggles and all these other buttons. I said, call me dead man walking. Like everybody likes to say it. I said, because I'll suck at these controllers. I'll just die and be eliminated, like whatever. And then we go to get ready to play the game, and I see DadManWalking55. And I'm like,
that's funny.
I told you Dead Man, and she said, "Dad, I just couldn't do that to you."
Aww.
And I'm like, oh, that was sweet. And then I'm like, why 55? Because apparently there's a lot of other Dad Man Walkings out there.
Yeah.
And so they picked a number, which with my family's sense of humor, never play Cards Against Humanity with your children. Because you learn some bad lessons. I'm amazed I'm not DadManWalking69, but hey, I'm dead serious, both of my kids. So yes, but yeah, so I'm 55. I'll take that, no questions asked. So that's how the name came. It really was because of Fortnite. And then when I went live, like you see, I'm on YouTube, Twitch, I'm on Twitter at the same handle, DadManWalking55. I call it a one-stop shop. So that's how that goes. Now, if I may show something real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to change my avatar, because this was the avatar that I used as a viewer on YouTube. And actually, when I first started into the first little whiles a stream.
Oh, the
Ah.
Terror.
Trilogy of Terror, yes. This thing caused such a hubbub on YouTube channels and got so much attention from people when I use this and stuff. So it was a great conversation piece. It's a way to make an impression in the chat. But then, if after a while getting started, I figured out, it was kind of like, actually, I got to show you. The missus doubled down on it with a color palette, and this is what the missus went with. So
It
we
really
did
doesn't
that.
look any less scary.
No, actually, I think the makeup makes it look scarier. So then when we, sort of have to go on live and try to get something this ours, not something lifted from something else. That's when this came the avatar here.
What exactly is that? At first I thought it was a banana.
It is partially a banana because it takes the two flagship programs, Fortnite, which is Peely the banana, one of the skins in the game, and the other is football, which is
okay,
one of
I
my
see
core.
that, yeah.
So now, if you were able to blow it up more, you can see the stitches, like the laces of a football, but also notice the dimples. This is what this kid did. Put the dimples. I just expected it to be brown, but the kid got so detailed with it, included the dimples like you have on a leather football.
That is kind of cool.
And this, by the way, is the kid that all of a sudden came to us one day and said, "Mom, Dad, I need my Social Security number." We're like, "Why?" I'm streaming. We're like, "Streaming what?" We want to see it. And the kid had already amassed like 600 followers on Twitch, and now up over 1,400 on their own. But so Aang made this for me, and Aang also made me a second one with stripes. So
cool.
here.
Now she wasn't actually giving out her social over media, was she?
No. She was talking to me and the missus off screen.
Oh.
No, when somebody comes up and asks me, tells me they need a Social Security number, that's when I take things serious as an accountant.
Yeah.
So when the kid's like, "I need a Social Security number," first thing is, "Why do you need your number? We got all that control on that." And it's like, well, because on Twitch, kid could get monetized, so they issue the 1099. That's why you would need to send it.
Sure. Yeah.
So, the first thing is like, "What are you doing?" One of them was like, "Holy cow, this kid has done something on their own." How inventive the kid has been. And so really Aang has been the biggest encouragement for me doing the stream is like, "Dad, get off my channel. You're wearing me out. Go do your own stuff." And Mrs. said, "Get a hobby." So that's the rest is history.
Yep. And Mr. Angel says, "Now you're a veteran of Fortnite, so now you're Dad Man Walking Elite."
Absolutely.
Let's see if I can get the layout back without messing it up. Let's see. And yes, I did. Yay.
Yay.
Okay, I figured it out. Usually it's like I'll end up with me, then it's like somebody else, and then I finally get it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I've had many disastrous experiments with StreamYards.
It's like, so everyone that is in the chat that is brand new to this channel and brand new to DadManWalking, please make sure that you sub to every member of the panel, and let's encourage our guest tonight. Currently, let me see, I was just over there, let me refresh the screen. I am showing him at, drumroll please, because my screen is taking forever to come up, 623.
All right, let's get two more to get to 625 because
Exactly.
why? I'm obsessed with 25, 50, 75, and 100. There's some about 25 increments that, sorry.
What would really be nice is if we can get you up to 630.
That'd be even better.
An amazing group that comes into Thursday things every week to see who my newest guest is. And did I just knock you out? Oh no, that was okay. I was like on the YouTube part just to check something, and I was like, why am I only seeing me and Troy? Because for whatever reason, my YouTube, it was at the beginning of the stream, not live, and I'm like, what? So please, my adoring chat, you guys are ever so lovely. I absolutely adore you. Can we encourage DadManWalking, and let's see if we can get him up to 630. So we're looking for excuse me, we're looking for 6 more subs. Was it 6? Can I count? Can I math?
or 7. If it's 6:23, still it'd be
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
like
okay.
I can't math.
6:24.
No, it's okay. That's like my wife and the kids. They leave all the math to me. So, and I really got to say though that really I can't take all the credit for me, because really, Anne kicked me off into the thing of getting off the channel. Another friend of ours, the podcaster, was like, always go do your content, and it's always been to me, don't look back to them. To they were always, go do your own stuff, do it, don't look back, be your own thing. But really, the person I really can't shout enough is asleep back here with me, behind me, is the missus. You know, like you said, I said I just went live one day. She dropped everything. I mean, the massive amount of work she did in the first year of my football graphics and stuff. I can't pay her enough. I can't afford her. I mean, we joke about paying her in Amazon bucks, but for all the love and not just the love, the attention, and the first class detail she puts to the graphics, she does not settle for uh, mediocrity. She is really a driving force to my channel for what you see on the thumbnails and stuff. I would be nowhere without her with this. And she started streaming herself within the last 6-7 months, and and she's a wonderful. I mean, if you ever get a chance to listen to her show, I know it's in daytime, but listen to her, because she has a daily dose of positivity, is what she titles it, morning musings. And it's just sometimes, and I just love her laugh, because she's such an encouragement to me. I hear her. It's like when I'm working at home, I'm in here and I hear her laughing uncontrollably in the other room, and I'm like, I have to walk out and say, "Are you okay in there?" You know. And also, she's also big on my channel with the Fortnite streams and some of the late night channel streams and stuff. And I just got to shout her out a lot, as much as I have Aang and some of the others. It's just to have a
Yeah.
wife to be there to support all the way and try to be able to help her and her channel grow too is a thing. And it's a balance too, because it's you got two people. It's really fun when we all streamed. The other night, we all three of us streamed at the for the first time at the same time. It was kind of strange.
I also want to say hello to Age Boomer and Jesse Guajardo. How you doing tonight, sweetie?
Welcome.
Okay, we have hit 6:25. Let's keep this going.
There
Show the
we
love.
go. All
Didn't I tell
right.
you I have an amazing group that's in my chat?
And
So
yeah,
really-
and
Absolutely.
don't forget, hit that notification bell.
Yep.
Check out some of his videos, and like I said, if that notification bell is on, you'll know when he goes live.
Absolutely.
When do you have regular live streams?
Well, yes and no. I will say yes and no because of this. Yes, because Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock are my sports streams with three of my friends as panelists. That's a regular show, and right now we're doing a regular show that's about to wind down. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century review. We're in season 2 on Friday at 9 o'clock. What I'm trying to get running is on Wednesday, and after Buck ends on Friday nights. On Wednesdays and Fridays, I have what I call Late Night with Dadman and Friends, which we call our squirrel streams. We truly go with no agenda. Occasionally, every once in a while, I might have a news story, or we play a game. I'll talk about the games in a minute, but we truly start where we just go wherever. And many times the chat has actually taken us in where we go for the stream. We said one night, one of the first streams, that we ended up hitting 25 topics within 3 hours.
Wow.
And we intended to talk about breakfast cereals, but it took us 3 episodes before we even got to where we thought we covered what we wanted to, because we truly are just loose and flowing and, bouncing. I say bouncing tree to tree, nut to nut. So, but those are the regular streams that I have right now. Most of the rest of it really is impromptu. It is as I feel need, as I have time. Whether it's the Fortnite streams, some of what I call chill chats, which I might just be me, or have a guest on. Sometimes I'll play a game. I really don't like being in a box. I like to do what I want to when I want to.
Yeah, I get that.
a lot of times people say, well, that's bad for the algorithm. But, I'm really not about the algorithm. I'm about a hobby, and I'm about making people laugh, and having a good time. I mean, I find actually the chat actually helps me many times more than I've helped them, because a lot of stuff in life and things go on and come in, and then all of a sudden the darndest things happen in the chat and stuff, and it's really, it really picks you up, and a lot of
Absolutely.
energy feeds off of the chat.
Hmm. Yeah, but I totally get the like eclectic element of it because it's like my streaming is what was I gonna say? It's I can't think of the right word I want, but like every Thursday and every other Saturday, they're always going to be the same. But when I drop a vid, those can be eclectic. I could be doing um, something to do with makeup. I could do helpful
Mm-hmm.
hints. I could do, you know, cooking things. Well, I haven't done a cooking thing yet, but I'm planning on it. I'm just trying to find the right materials that I need to be able to set up to do quick little cooking things. Um, but my channel is eclectic as far as the vids are because it's like I figure if you come over and you see something you like in one of the vids I dropped, it's like okay, let me know that you really like that, and I'll keep doing more of those. And I mean, I've got things on 3D printing for
Mm-hmm.
beginners because I'm a beginner on that. Hi, Sci-Fi Mombi.
Sci-fi Mombi, hello.
And what is it? Hello, Human Stayed is also here.
Fade, hello. I sing with Fade on karaoke sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like the like I said, the vids are eclectic because people like different things, and like we watch a couple of different YouTubers. Like there's one, he does gaming, and he had done a whole bunch of ones with The Sims, which I love because they were so funny. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically torturing The Sims, but now he
Yeah.
does a lot in GTA where he has friends of his build these boards, and he has to get through all these different challenges, and it's hilarious because he'll be sitting there going, "Oh yeah, I got this. I got this. I'm almost there."
I don't got this. I don't got this. This is
Yeah.
just pain.
And then he'll like go off the the ramp wherever he's on or the road he's on and die. And it's like
Oh
every
yes.
single time he says he's got it, he jinxes himself. It's like, dude, stop saying you got it.
Yes. Can I say hi to somebody real quick too?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bucky's crafting. Hey Bucky. Good to see you tonight. Of course, Sci-Fi Mombi, Mr. Angel, and then of course the great, the incredible Lady V Elements. Hello.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, talk about
Welcome,
a party in
everyone.
the chat. Get Lady V riled up or on
Yeah.
fire. It's woo.
Well, Lady V is my personal stalker.
Ah, there you go.
I don't think any one person can lay claim to Lady V.
I do.
She's
Nah.
okay, fine.
And Jason Fox, you too. Hey brother, good to see you, man.
Bucky's Crafting, I just subbed you. Wouldn't mind a sub back. Let's see.
Yeah, Bucky's is a friend of ours. See, one of the things that I've done with my channel, and I hate talking about myself sometimes because I don't mean this to sound bragging, but like Bucky's, we knew Bucky through another friend's channel, and Bucky was trying to get used to StreamYard, so we threw out the Bucky, hey, let's do a StreamYard, get her experienced on StreamYard, and now she's doing some live streams on her own now. She had been doing
Absolutely.
videos about quilting and other stuff before that, so that's kind of like with our Fortnite stuff.
Yeah, you
The
start
missus
out
and I let
small and then you ease into it, and
right.
next thing you know, you're just running the show.
Well, we what we do is we love helping people learn new things too. I mean, because like with Bucky's with helping with the StreamYards, other people have come played Fortnite with us, and we'll slow down and play it at whatever pace they want. We'll stream it or not stream it, and we just help people learn the game. So like I'm still bugging Lady V Elements
Mm-hmm.
is she keeps saying she dies so quickly, but we play differently with people so that they can learn the game and have fun with it. Because there's nothing worse going to try to learn a game and everybody's running past you and and you don't know what's going on, and it's like everything, we just like helping people and teaching new things, and that's one of the things I do on my channel also with some of the chilling with streams that I've had. I've talked to theme park people. Theme parks are big things, but I've talked to people about gardening. I've talked to authors, things that I don't normally do. Art streams, artists, and I like learning new things about things that I'm not have not had a lot of exposure to. And I hope that I want my audience to also get exposed to some of these things and see stuff that's out there.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that's kind of like what Thursday Things is about, as far as getting to know people, getting to find out about new YouTubers or ones that like we've never seen before, or you may not know a lot about. Let's find out about you. Let's find out about your channel, what's involved in it, because you have an audience out there that's gonna be like, oh, I didn't know, somebody else did this, whatever this is, and then you end up getting people coming to your channel and watching your content, and they're just enthralled because it's like, I love this stuff, and it doesn't matter what it is that you're putting out there, as long as you have even one person with the interest, they'll be coming back all the time, and then they'll start telling their friends about it, and then those friends will tell friends about it, and so on and so on. So you build that audience, you build that rapport. I did drop the link to Mrs. Dadman Walking in the chat, and I pinned
thank you.
Dadman Walking's
To the top.
to the top of the chat.
And when it comes to dying in video games, just remember, you just want to make sure that you die in a loud, grotesque, military manner.
There you go. Or how you look, especially in Fortnite. It's not, it's how you look. Buy those skins and stuff. The most expensive free game in the world, but it's important to die looking good.
And I want to say hello to Sashi. And
wait, Fortnite is a free game?
It's free. The game itself is free. It's just that you buy the battle pass, or you buy the skins and all that other stuff to go with it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they say it's the most expensive free game around. Is it doesn't cost anything to upload it. You just if you want to get the skins and the other stuff, that type of thing.
Microtransactions, right?
Yeah.
I want to say hello to Sashi, and I would love some Southeast Asian recipes. You can send it to me on Twitter. If you go to actually any of my Thursday Things, I've got my email address in the description. Email them to me. I would love to have some. I love to cook.
Well,
I love to bake.
I maybe Aged Boomer would have a different take on this than I would. I kind of hate microtransactions too, but at least with microtransactions, you are actually paying for what you actually want. You have the ability as a financial entity to decide for yourself whether or not the thing that you are paying for is worth what you are paying for it. Mm-hmm. I can't stand loot crates. To me, that's gambling, it's BS, and I have no stomach for it. That is a problem.
Yeah. Here's the thing I find interesting. I've done microtransactions in different games. I never really thought too much about it until I saw a skit on Viva La Dirt League. They're gamers. Now they've got this huge channel where they do skits on different things. One's in a tech store, one's in kind of like a Skycraft type setting. And the NPCs are self-aware, and it's actually kind of cool. But there was one skit that they did where they're meant to be background characters that you don't see very often that kind of clean up the area. They're supposed to be like gravediggers, and they're walking down the road and they see a player doing a microtransaction. And one turns to the other and goes, "Hey, doesn't that guy have a full version of the game that he already paid for?" And the other one says, Yes, he does." And he goes, "Well, then why is he buying, whatever it is?" It's like, those are called microtransactions. And he goes into this long explanation about it. And after seeing that, I'm like, yeah, I never thought about it before. That's exactly right. It's just such a cool little thing to tickles your brain. Like, I never thought about this before. Now that's all I'm going to think about anytime I do a microtransaction because of this particular skit.
Yeah, it's funny how things they get stuck in your head.
Yeah, it's like that one. Every time now I do a microtransaction, that skit comes into my head. It's incredible. But it's like, yeah. So.
Yeah, it's really, it's like you said, Troy. Is that the thing is you buy what you want. You buy any or all or none at all. Some seasons I didn't do the battle pass because I thought what they offered stunk, so I didn't get the battle pass. Where that comes in is you got to get 200 levels to get the maximum out of it, of the free stuff. The one thing that they do though is that if it's in the battle pass, so if it's something you want, a lot of the Marvel people have been kind of had is you better get the battle pass and earn it, because if it's in the battle pass, it won't be in the shop at some point, because you have the shop where they offer the things for sale, but it's all subject to when it comes back and is offered again. But so it's really interesting. So, but it's all up to you what you want to do, how much you want to put into it, how much you don't want to put in it. But the best thing I love with the game is we made it a social game. The missus gets competitive. We get competitive. We want to win, and we do our share of winning. But heck, for a long time, I was going around just blowing up gas stations in the game. No, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I think Lady V will tell you it's because we just went around. We'd go out of our way. Forget if people shooting us. Screw it. We're going to go blow up the gas stations. Just run the car into it, and just do kind of crazy stuff. So there's actually a friend of mine has on his channel. He's got a little clip where we're playing on their channel, and Mrs. is with me, and then I'm running out of the storm, and the last one alive, and I'm like, where'd they go? And I turn right back towards the storm, and I got clubbed with a hammer at the time, and it just eliminated right then. And as soon as she's like right there.
Yeah.
He's got gold mine on that clip, with that. But the big thing is playing with friends and laughing and having fun with it. That's the big thing we try to do is, yeah, Lady V loves my unicorn tail, so. She's like one of the rarities that love my unicorn. Everybody likes to give me crap for my unicorn, but it's just that's why we love playing the game, and that's why and a lot of times we love playing with new people to kind of help them teach the game, and just not necessarily, a lot of people are so professional when they play the games, and we do at times, but we also like to have fun and laugh with it too. I mean, do we get serious? Yeah, we get serious too, but the big thing is trying to have laughter with people, and some of our streams have been kind of funny. I remember one time a streamer actually came through that did Fortnite. He's an older guy, but he's not streaming anymore, and he found us by complete randomness. And then I happened to go over in this chat the next day, and he had just talked about us. He's like, I'd been browsing the internet, just YouTube, just checking out, looking at it. I ran across this cute couple. They were cute as AF, and I'm like, whoa, wow, hey. And the missus said nobody's ever called her cute before, but it was just kind of cool seeing that, and just, kind of like our style just differs from time to time. But and through that, I've actually got a couple of people that are with our channel and that play with us often.
I do want to let, if Agent Boomer, if you're still in the chat, make sure you do get over to DadManWalking's channel. He's got a stream up from last month about the Atari 50th anniversary games. He's got Yar's Revenge going on there, and Breakout, and I don't know what all.
Yes, I've got all of those type of games, and I've also got Pac-Man Museum. I need to get back to some of those games.
In fact, that stream reminded me, because you had the menu up, there was a game called Haunted House.
Yes, I have a friend that told me about Haunted House before. It is.
I had forgotten about it. It was basically a reskin of that game Adventure.
Oh, yeah, I remember Adventure.
Remember Adventure with the dragons and the all? Well, Haunted House was very, very similar.
Yep. Oh, and I got the Atari games that has Adventure in it too.
Yeah,
so I love the retro games like that. Those are the games I grew up with. Those are the games I loved. But yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. I had a friend that played at Haunted House and loved it, and it was really interesting game. And my problem is I don't read the instructions sometimes. Sometimes I just jump in.
Right.
I do that.
And you're like, how do I move left?
I know, exactly. Well, let me stop and look at this online guide up here and push this button and push that button. But that's another thing that I've done is at times with the retro games. I look to do more of those, but a lot of times lately I've enjoyed the podcasting and just talking. And hello, the old man cometh. Good to see you too. Yeah, and Pitfall was a darn good game too.
I did like that. In my mind, that was
the imaginative hobbyist in the chat.
In my mind, that was the Indiana Jones game we never got, because the Indiana Jones game we did get sucked.
Are you talking about the Atari?
Yeah.
The Atari one, the one that was like they were like blocks and
you had to get all
yes.
the little pieces to make
Yeah.
the staff of Ra, and then you had to go and you had to find, and it was like kind of really boring.
Because
you know?
you could never save your progress either back then. You had to play it like nonstop and get everything together. And no, I agree. I agree. It was cool at the time because it's all we had.
Yeah.
But looking back now, see where video games have gone, it's like, dang, this game could have been so much better. But
And
I had a Jurassic Park game that's what the way it
and
was.
You really have had some great guests. I mean, you mentioned Lorena Creole.
Yep.
You had R.M. Briggs. I mean, all these big channels I look up to.
One of the other ones, I love R.M. Briggs. I've had her on 3 times.
She's just a pip. She really is.
I do. The first time I had her on about a book, it was like we went over 4 hours. It was like we spent a whole hour just talking about, and these channels are up there if you want to go back and look at them. These, but the first hour we talked about just writing in general. Then we talked about her book. Then there was another hour about something. Then the last part we talked about food, just impromptu. We just went, and the other night we went
One of
2.5
my favorite
hours.
topics.
And we all love food. Hey, usually Dad Man, I even affected other streams and other channels because I end up talking about food when we're around. A lot of times.
Real quick,
yeah.
I have both Troy and I both pinned in the chat, or not pinned, but we put in the chat the Viva La Dirt League microtransactions. So I have that one up there. But then I saw this comment. Deep fried Klingon sounds interesting. Troy has a second channel, Kartan the Klingon Cleric, where he shows you how to make gok.
Yeah, exactly. It is probably the most watched video on that channel. I'll drop a link to that if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and drop the link.
We've also had Culture Casino on, where I've talked about the business of sports business. See, that's one of the biggest things I do. Because see, like I said, I like to go do things that I'm not used to, like art and comics and stuff like that. I like to learn things, but my goal is to help people understand sports ball is not a dangerous thing. It is not a 4-letter word, because there's a lot about sports ball that actually
it's a
applies
5-letter
to real
word.
life.
SPORTS.
Yes. There you go. But we're about to hit next week on our Tuesday night show about all these tax deals, the moves of these teams. Another team has moved from Arizona to Utah, apparently, in the National Hockey League. There is a lot of stuff that in the world of sports is also has a bearing in real life between business and a lot of other things there. So, this is kind of one of my personal things, is to try to expose more people to sports and try to do it in a humorous way, because, it can be boring and stuff, but nothing should be boring. It should be fun. And that's what we try to do. Oh gosh, Miss Lady V talked about the eggplants. Oh boy.
You know what? I know this is sacrilege, being an American of Italian descent, but I hate moulignon. I never liked it. My mother used to fry it, cover it in gravy and cheese, and I hated it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Your mom can't cook.
That's another thing. She hates olive oil. What self-respecting Italian doesn't like olive oil? She used to fry everything in vegetable oil. It tasted terrible. Maybe I'd like moulignon if I got it at like a nice restaurant or something.
Maybe. Okay.
I'm sorry.
626.
Hey, wow, cool.
More?
And the missus actually got another one too. Thank you.
There you go.
See, the missus is trying to monetize, where I'm not monetized yet because of a lot of personal reasons and stuff. So a lot of what I try to do now is try to help promote her too, as well as myself. Maybe one day I'll monetize, but I'm not sure. But like I said, right now my main goal is for just having fun with that, with doing this type, and getting to meet great people like you guys. I mean, when you threw out the invite to me last month, Netters, I was like, wow, thank you. Yeah, sure.
But I do want to get Mrs. Dadman Walking on my channel as well.
Absolutely.
So I'll have to set up a date with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And talk about her channel.
Yes, exactly. So, and you know, because she does things differently than I do. Her interests are different, and really, that would be a blast. So,
Yeah, and I know I've missed a bunch of comments in the chat because my chat just went, and it's like a whole bunch of comments just went by. So,
yeah,
um,
it's okay. Yes, Bucky said the missus is the real star.
Yeah, it's
it's okay.
usually the way it is, right? I mean,
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah,
it's
there's a lot of
okay.
people talking about food and recipes. I am interested in recipes. I have put my email in the description below, or it's been in the description below, so you can always email me. Just put, you know, recipe in the subject line so I know what it is. Send me your recipes. I love to cook. I love to bake. I'm a better baker than I am a cook. Troy is a better cook than he is a baker. So between the two of us, we got it down.
See, I love cooking too at times. I depending if I'm in the mood, depending on how long the thing is, I do like cooking. I don't say it a lot. I don't do it a lot, but I like to experiment with things, and cooking is a lot of fun. I was going to say about that one about the butter earlier. Whatever is you were talking about the butter frying everything. Golly, that's true Southern cooking. We fry
Hmm.
everything down here,
Oh,
and then
absolutely.
the joke about butter, like just Paula Deen it, like throw a stick of butter in it, and everything is better with it
Okay.
already.
See, because you got some Southern in you, there is
Hmm.
a channel called It's a Southern Thing. It's
Oh,
literally called
really?
It's a Southern Thing. And one of the last ones I watched was they called this guy into the office, I guess, of the Southerners, and they were like, "Okay, we're here. We called you in today to see if we're going to renew your Southern card." And he goes, "Renew my Southern card." It's like, well, let's review how you've been doing lately. So, when's the last time you visited your Mima? Oh, well, I talk to her all the time. You talk to her on the phone. When's the last time you visited her? Yeah, we're going to have to work on that. And things like that. And it's just like really funny because they take the Southerners really seriously, but it's
Hmm.
so funny to watch just the different things there. Like at one point, it's like, she asks him a question, he goes, yes. And she just gives him that look. And he goes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, ma'am.
Yes.
Because you never say yes to a Southern lady. You say yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a fun channel to watch. I started watching it a couple years ago, and I'll catch it intermittently. And you can see how the characters have evolved since like the early days. But it is a fun channel to watch. If you're a Southerner, I think you'll get a kick out of it. Um, but yeah, and especially the sweet tea. I know there's at least 1 or 2 episodes where they talk about the sweet tea, and you have to have proper sweet tea.
Yes. Yes. Yes, and not it's not McDonald's. That stuff is
Oh,
like syrup. That's not even true. No, it's got to have a good balance.
no,
It's not overly sweet, but you gotta get that right. You gotta have it strong enough though. You don't want it. It's like coffee. You just don't. Weak tea is not a good thing. You got to brew it, steep it long enough, and get enough sugar in it to make it happen. To make it right. A good
exactly.
Southern drink.
It's like you got to make that sweet tea proper.
Now I will tell you though, and I don't know about you. See, I just take it with just sugar or whatever. But we were talking about this the other night on our show, and Lady V was talking about honey in iced tea, as a sweetener. Uh, how do you just like regular sweet tea, or do you like honey in things, or how do you sweeten your
Um,
tea?
well, I put honey in tea when I'm not feeling well, but
Mm-hmm.
Honey and
then that's
ginger.
hot tea.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever tried it in cold tea because I want the honey to really dissolve. Um, I haven't had a lot of sweet tea, so I'm confessing here. But the times I have had it, I've had it just pretty much however it was served. So if it was served to me um, with nothing additional, so like no extra sugar, I just drank it like that because usually it was sweet enough, so I didn't need to add extra sugar to it or anything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but then I've had it where it's been kind of bitter because they seep the tea bags a little too long, so it made it bitter.
Right.
And it's like, well, then I think I snuck in a little teaspoon or so of sugar just to try and balance it out. But yeah, it's like usually I try to have it just the way it's presented, and if it's presented properly, it's good
Mm-hmm.
tea. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have to doctor it. but sometimes, you
Uh,
have no choice.
Well, I tell you what, my wife and I, we just went to Texas Roadhouse tonight, and she's a big believer, and we're both big believers in, like with your steak, you don't need a good piece of meat does not need to be doctored.
Absolutely.
And so it's like, I mean, when they offer you steak sauce or ketchup, I'm like, what? No,
Yeah, it's
no.
like, why are you putting ketchup on steak?
Like, that's usually when it's not good, when you have to resort to something to cover up the flavor. But yeah,
When it
actually,
comes,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say when it comes to tea, my favorite tea is Long Island. I mean that's what I go for.
There you go, that guy down at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, hey,
Although when
I
he's
got to be
sick,
true to my brand, right?
there you go,
when
absolutely.
when he's sick though, he'll have ginger tea.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 6:27. Can we get three
Wow.
more? Can we show the love and get three more?
Oh,
I
yeah.
know
Wow.
that there are some of you out there that are just waiting. So
Wow.
if
Thank
wouldn't
you all.
mind,
And
get
I will
three
thank
more.
people personally. I did in the chat, JPR
PH1.
One. Yep.
and
We just call him John.
okay, John and Geek Flag have subbed. I would thank everybody personally, but I don't always get the personal
Yeah,
notifications
that's a
on YouTube.
problem. I have seen that too. Yes.
So, but know that your subs are appreciated, folks. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah,
So, appreciate it.
absolutely.
And you know what? But and even before that, I thank you, Netters, for inviting me on tonight. And Troy's
Absolutely.
an added bonus with his time, and I appreciate coming on and just having fun and talking. You know, I love talking. If you
Well,
haven't figured it out,
it's kind of the only requirement for doing this YouTube thing, right? If you don't like talking, you're in the wrong
Absolutely. And
activity.
Well,
And whenever I have a guest or I choose a guest, it's because there's something that is something about them that is like it captured my attention. It's like I want to know more about that person, and so I'll reach out and say, "Hey, would you like to be on Thursday Things?" And it's usually about an hour-long show. Sometimes we go longer if we got a lot to say. So it's like there was something that captured my attention about you, so I wanted you on. And of course, I do want to have Mrs. Dadman walking on. But it's like I also have ones that this is kind of I don't know what the right word is, but like Troy will have a guest on his channel, and it's like I want that guest. Like
She wants everything I got.
so,
there
like
you go.
for example, Retroblasting. Retroblasting has
Oh,
been
wow.
on his channel a lot of times, and he's going to be actually one of my guests in May. So it's like
That guy is amazing. Just
Isn't he?
watching what he does. I some of his rebuilds or his restorations with some of the Star Wars
He
stuff.
hasn't done those in a long time, but yeah, they're really, really good.
Did
Did you see his April 1st video?
No, I haven't. But I've seen some of the ones of toys that I still have that he's done in restorations. I'm just amazing. And one day he was talking about, well, if you had that twin pod cloud car box, I put in the chat, I got it.
Yup.
It's like,
He
but
did
yeah.
one for.
But what
for
did you do to April 1 then?
April 1. It came out of left field, and the only reason I knew it was coming was he had dropped a few clues in some other videos, and I'm on his Patreon, so I saw some, a little teaser for it. Kandagawa Jet Girls. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And it was some sort of an anime, and it was based on a game, or the game is based on the anime. I'm not sure which it is. And it's so funny. He's doing it as though he's an announcer doing an advert for this thing, and it is so damn funny. Apparently, it's a kind of a probably I'd say PG-13, maybe R-rated sort of thing. So he, the version he put out on YouTube is fairly family friendly, but there's a version of it up on his Patreon. It's like, I could not believe this was actually a thing, but it's just the way he does it makes it so funny. Definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely.
yeah, it's
You'll
like
never be able to see, it's the kind of thing you don't even know what it is until he's until you see his video. But then you'll see other videos, you'll see other commentaries, you'll see gamers talking about it, and you'll never be able to read the words "Kanda Gawa Jet Girls" without hearing his voice doing it.
Yeah, and he's so plain spoken, so even spoken, and hear something like that, it's like, oh my.
That's what I respect most about Michael. He is. There's never a question where you stand with him. He says what's on his mind, and I don't think enough
that's
people
a breath of
like
fresh
it.
air around everything,
Right?
Because there's so much fakeness. There's so much just, well, people don't say what they really believe, and that's one of the things on my channel though, is we avoid politics and religion. We don't, I know what I believe. I know what people believe. In many cases, I actually get along better and have more fun with people I don't agree with on many issues. Yep. But the thing is, I want on my channel is people, if you like Ghostbusters 2016, feel free to say it if you like to. If you like some, come on, let's hear you out. I mean, I've actually defended that movie. I've defended the Marvels at times, But then again, I understand at the same time respect people that are big into lores and stuff that cannot stand it. Like for me, for Star Wars, I just can't go that way with the mouse anymore because they destroyed what it was. So, oh my gosh, the steak talk took over.
Oh my gosh, that's
boiled
so cool.
on Mountain Dew. Oh,
this is I love this.
Oh wait, I got another one. My daughter enjoys ketchup on raspberries.
My mother-in-law will eat ketchup on anything. Oh my gosh.
Okay, here's the thing, Bucky. That sounds ridiculous, but there actually does seem to be a bit of logic to that. I mean, ketchup is mostly sugar, so I guess maybe.
See, this is what's beautiful. This is kind of like how our late night chats go, the squirrel streams. Is you can be talking about one thing and all of a sudden the chat's going off and about that because of something I said earlier. Because see, we believe in not touching a piece of meat with other stuff. I mean, even just salt and pepper, good flavor, good steak will speak for itself. My wife likes it where it's moving. Just slap the horns off and flip it a few times. Like she said, a good vet can bring it back to life. I like medium rare, but Mountain Dew steak. I mean, oh my gosh,
that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, no, my Friday streams, if I don't, and usually I have some sort of a topic that I want to focus on, or a guest that I want to, that I have a topic that I want to share with that guest. But every now and again, I'll be like, I have no idea what I want to talk about on Friday. You know what? It's Friday night free for all. And we just drink and follow the chat. And, sometimes we just let it go.
Okay, gotta read 2 comments. One, Bucky's Crafting said, you don't need to defend her food taste. Her favorite snacks are Spam. I happen to like bacon Spam.
There's nothing wrong with Spam.
Tuna or black olives. I
love black olives.
I love green olives.
Yeah.
And then the other one is ketchup should only be on French fries and hot dogs. Honey, you must not be from Chicago.
Yeah.
You do not put ketchup on hot dogs in Chicago.
I can forgive
I'm
you.
so sorry.
French
I'm
fries,
like
not hot dogs.
I am so sorry. I'm like geek flag. I love ketchup and relish on my hot dogs or chili. So
ketchup on your chili?
Chili is fine.
Yeah.
Good old
chili dogs.
Actually, wait a minute. I take that back. Ketchup in your chili kind of does make sense.
Oh, I thought you meant chili on your hot dogs.
No, I did chili dog. I was talking about.
Oh, I was misunderstanding. Okay. Sorry.
No, chili dogs. Oh, love chili dogs.
Yeah, I like chili dogs too, but you know what, man? I can't eat them like a sandwich. Then I'm weird. I would actually have to eat them with like a knife and fork. See, I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's just me.
Well, what about you? What do you prefer? I mean, see? I have to have a hot dog bun. I will use a piece of regular bread if I have to.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I hate it, but do you eat them with just plain bread, or do you have to have a bun?
My mother used to make them with plain bread, just because you're growing up, you don't have a lot of money. She wasn't going to buy extra bread or whatever. But yeah, for me, it's the good old fashioned Chicago style. It's the the ones with the little, what are those, mustard seeds, the little black mustard seeds, steamed,
Those are poppy seeds.
Whatever they are. and mustard, onion, relish, pickle spear, maybe a couple slices of tomato, and sport peppers.
Okay, Mr. Angel.
And celery salt.
Mr. Angel said, I swear the first person ordering a Mountain Dew steak in my restaurant kitchen is going to get slowly roasted medium rare. And Mr. Angel, I agree with you. And if you want to plug your restaurant, you can drop the name and location in the chat. I do not mind.
Absolutely.
He's a professional chef. He knows.
May not help anyone who's not local to you, but maybe one day we'll visit.
People on my channel know I despise eggs. I will not eat eggs. I mean, as a component ingredient, it's fine, but I cannot stand the smell, texture, or anything with eggs. I've said only two people, another person that a friend of mine, and Mr. Angel. If they made eggs, I would try them.
I'm going to say, look, okay, I know people are going to be shocked by this. The American of Italian descent here, but I do like SpaghettiOs, and I am not going to poo-poo the idea of chopped up hot dogs in the SpaghettiOs.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm not gonna try to claim that's anything close to an Italian dish. That is American processed food, okay? But it actually sounds pretty good to me.
I'm good with beanie weenies, but I've never heard of that. That's interesting to try sometime.
They said, I prefer my steak just run through a warm room. Hell, I'll cut it off the cow myself.
There you go.
And this is what people don't understand, because you live in this modern, processed, chemically preserved world. People don't know what it's like to have real, fresh, unadulterated foods. Okay, so I know just about everyone here has got to be going, oh, steak, yum, right? If you've never had truly fresh steak that was mooing the day before, you haven't lived. I mean, yes, you may have had great steaks, but that's just like a whole other level.
Yeah, it's like Troy's uncle had gotten some deer meat, and I'd never had deer before.
Yeah.
This was so fresh, and it was like the best thing I'd ever tasted.
Mm-hmm. Bison meat is really good too.
I was just going to say, we just got some bison meat that I made stew from. It was really, really good.
Part of when we were up there visiting with Rosetta, she took us to a restaurant at Crazy Horse, and they had these Indian tacos that were just based with bison meat, and they also had a stew with bison meat. Now the stew was very good itself, but I can't eat tacos back here now. That meat was so good in those tacos that forget regular ground beef now in tacos. It truly was off the chain good.
But I'm going to say we should probably be wrapping this up because we want to send you all over to Deleted Scenes for his weekend update.
Hey.
So I won't go too into what he's got coming up this week, because you can go find out directly from him. But we are on Friday Eve. My dad worked at your dad worked at the stockyards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought home
I used to hear stories about the stockyards from my grandparents. Siciliano, and also loves SpaghettiOs and Chef Boyardee. Yeah, I actually a relative of Chef Boyardee used to go to church with us. Also, I was raised on a 5,000 acre ranch. We had our own cattle. I don't eat store-bought meat.
I didn't eat store meat until I was an adult.
Fair enough. Well, yeah. And then you notice the difference, right? You were like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Geek Flex says that they buy all their meat from the Amish market.
Yeah. I am planning to do a video very, very soon about the war on the Amish right now. That's going on in Pennsylvania. Do you want to drop
a link to Amos Miller's farm for? There is.
No, you know what? We'll do that when I get around to my video or my stream.
I was giving you an opportunity because we're talking about
that.
food.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, there is a farmer in Pennsylvania, and
Amos Miller. He's being targeted by the dairy industry and the corrupt government state government in Pennsylvania. You're not allowed to buy any meats, any dairy products unless they are blessed by the state. That's how it works in Pennsylvania. But I'm telling you, that's how it's starting to work in a lot of states. We are losing our food freedom. And if you can't choose what goes into your body and what doesn't, what freedoms do you have? I will be having videos and streams coming up on those topics in the near future. But let's not go down a whole rabbit hole because you know how I get. I will get
Hey, I
started
love
and
rabbit
I will
holes.
not stop.
I love rabbit holes. That's why we call them squirrel streams. As we jump, we go
Exactly.
everywhere.
So the very next thing that's coming up is very shortly, in less than a half hour, over on Deleted Scenes channel. His weekend update. He's going to let you know what's going on for the rest of the week with him. So.
Yeah, and thank you, Lady V Elements, for dropping my PayPal link. Yeah, if you want to tip your host, I wouldn't mind that at all. In fact, it'll help me buy another bottle of my Caribbean rum. So that
Coconut rum.
Coconut rum. I couldn't think of what the other word was. Yes, my coconut rum, because I am down to a wee dram of it, and I need more.
There you go. And if you do tip your hostess, help her back up again.
Yes.
And so that's weekend updates coming up in just a half hour.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night over on Last Call, I haven't posted the stream yet, but I will get that up probably before I go to bed tonight. We will be. This was another boomer suggestion, and I happen to think it's a good idea. We've looked at cable TV and its history, and we've looked at the studio, the Canon Studios from the 80s, and now we're going to look ahead to what Hollywood is going to be pushing out to the theaters in the next year. Talking about what we're looking forward to, what we're dreading, what we're meh on. There's actually a lot more movies coming out than I was even aware of. Mm-hmm. So that's what we will talk about as we drink tomorrow night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Last Call. Saturday night over on Big Al Presents, we will be watching the, I guess you'd call it grim dark future, fantasy film Snowpiercer. I have not seen it yet, but I have had it on my list for quite some time, so I will be checking it out. Also at earlier on Saturday, The Wolfman from 1941 with Lon Chaney Jr. over on Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies.
Cool.
That's Saturday. Sunday, of course, all the deleted scenes things that he'll be talking about in a little bit. And, of course, at 8 Central, 9 Eastern on Age of Boomers channel, Geeky Geezers will bring you the week's geek news in review and get you all caught up, at least on the things we found interesting. Monday night will be another double feature on Monday Night at the Movies from Last Call. I will be showing Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. Clint Eastwood classics that I haven't seen actually since they were in the theaters, to be honest with you.
And I've never seen them at all.
Oh, I enjoyed them as a kid. Let's see if they hold up for me. But yeah, we will be watching those starting at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. I think if I'm going to keep doing double features on Monday, I think I'm going to keep sticking to the 8 o'clock hour because it goes late with those double features. And then, of course, Tuesday, back on Deleted Scenes channel, where Netter and I will be dragging Aged Boomer along for live from Sparkwood in 21. We are down to just a handful of episodes in season 2 of Twin Peaks. And we will be doing our regular deep dive. And that brings us to next week, Netter. What are we going to be, who are we going to be talking to on Thursday Things right here next week?
Next week, right here on Thursday Things, we'll be talking to Andy Masterson.
Andy Masterson of the Laboratory of Mayhem, the 12-inch action figure guy. He's made some great custom action figures, and I love hanging out with him. And now Netter will be hanging out with him too, so that will be next week.
In fact, I found out about him from a different YouTuber that Troy was a guest on his channel, and Andy is a regular on his channel as a co-host.
Rancor Steve.
Yeah. So it's like I happened to catch the show because, well, Troy was on it, and I wanted to see my honey and support him, and started looking at the other co-hosts, and it's like, okay, I like what this guy has to say. I want to hear more. And that's how people end up being on my channel.
That's all I got for tonight, guys. I'm done.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
So, Dad Man Walking.
Yes.
What do you have coming up?
Well, tomorrow night, 9 p.m., 2 more episodes of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. We got about 3 more weeks, and then we're going to conclude Buck Rogers, and then we're going to take the summer off in terms of any other type of sci-fi on Fridays. Saturday nights I usually sing with karaoke with Rainbow Canuck and Jedi Bill. Great places for karaoke. In terms of my channel, because of some things we've got going on, a lot of my streams are going to be a little more random coming up. But Tuesday nights I'll have sports at 9. There will be late night streams on Wednesday night and Friday night that I'm trying to do. And I'm hoping to get those off because those have been pretty well attended. And the last few weeks, between 100 views and 30 likes, really like to get that. And that's really where our squirrel streams come in and our squirrel mascots come in. So a lot of what I do is random. So really you have to get the notifications. I'm on Twitch. Follow me there. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the notifications and all that to get the go lives. Also, I am on Twitter at DadManWalking55. I always tweet out when I go live. So really what I've got is a lot of, for a while because of some situations, it's going to be a little bit more impromptu, more than normal, with between Fortnite streams and chill chats and stuff. So, but those are the main plans that I've got for that. Of course, Mrs. does her
Discord link in the chat. I will need to make you a mod. Hold on.
What's that?
Can you drop your Discord link or put it in the private chat and then I'll drop it?
Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it in my own Discord.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because somebody was asking for it, so I was like,
oh,
okay.
I don't have my own Discord. Which one, Mr. Angel? The one that you sent me over on Discord I think I know what he's saying. Let me see if I can get that.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get that. Just give me a second. But yeah, a lot of it's going to be impromptu stuff going forward, and that's usually a court invite. Okay, invite for the Discord. Okay, thank you, Mr. Angel. Mr. Angel keeps me going with stuff like this. So I think this is it. Let me see if here we go. I think that's it. So I hope that's the right one, but that's the one I think he's got. Yeah, it confuses me. It does. But like I said, the one thing though on Twitter, I will tell you, there is a fake. We say if it doesn't have a G, it's not me, because there's a DadManWalking55 with the same avatar out there that is on Twitter.
There's actually a number of Dadman walkings of various kinds.
Yeah, but this one is 55 with my avatar here. Oh, this is very specific, and so if it doesn't have the G, it ain't me. But I thank y'all tonight too, really, because all you guys have come over sub to me. We got to 628 though, Netter. We got to 628, and the missus is at 222 now. I see. Get me 2 more, and I'll be at 630. Get her 3 more, and she'll be at 225. And I appreciate the support for both of us tonight.
Yep. So if there's anybody in my chat who has not yet subbed to Dadman Walking, his channel is pinned to the top of the chat. Please go over there and then show him some love. And I got 20 people watching, but only 17 thumbs up, so I wouldn't mind having a little love thumb.
Yeah, hit that like button
for my likes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Although I
As
will
I
tell you,
do.
I'm sometimes one of the worst about hitting the like button. I've been in streams before, and I'm like, holy crap! I've told people to hit the like button. I forgot to hit the like button.
Oh, now I got 21. It's like I just
Yay!
refreshed my screen. So thank you.
There you go. All right.
Absolutely. But thank you. I appreciate all the shout outs and folks. Also, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, to Troy's channel, and also be checking all your subscriptions everywhere because I believe it was Mr. Selby earlier, I think, that was indicating that they had been unsubbed from my channel. Netters, that happened to you a few weeks ago. So
Yeah,
always check your favorite channels and make sure you are still subscribed to them.
exactly. Because I always say, make sure that you are sub to every member of the panel as well as every member of the chat. And if you think you're sub, go back and double check you're still sub because YouTube. So, Dead Man
Can I say one
Walking.
last thing, too,
Yes.
Netters?
Pardon?
I want to say one last thing,
Oh,
too.
sure. I was just going to say,
And
do you have any last words?
you two are awesome, and I appreciate the time tonight. I really do, and
Oh,
thank you for
thank
reaching
you.
out to me and to do this. I wish we had more time. I could talk another 3 hours because that's how we go. But I
I would
also
love to
think
have you back on.
absolutely anytime. I mean, I tell people I'm like have Mike will travel is my motto. Jason was here earlier. I was like, he said want to do something like, hey, if you want to just send it, I'm ready most any time. But I appreciate the invites and meeting new people. Like I said, doing new things, and it's been great to see new names out here. And I'm really happy to see so many people. I mean, that are people here I know, but that also come to my channel that have come over tonight. And I encourage them to make sure that they're subscribed to you and to Troy,
Oh,
and
thank you.
support you guys too, very much so. But and just want to say I thank them because I don't like using that word community because it just there's a lot of I don't know uses misuses of the word these days, but I tell you the group of people that we've got in our area, and I said it earlier, they don't know how much they picked me up lately, and times that having the people in the chat, you guys have a great influence on your host and how the stream goes, and you never know, the host could have had the worst flipping day in the whole world, come in and you guys talking about eggplants and all kinds of snakes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there is a story about that, and Lady V knows it because we showed it. It's a meme um, that has made its rounds. Mr. Angel started, and it's like, but just these guys, you guys are an encouragement. And encourage you to support your hosts and make them laugh, and you help make their days bright too. So, thank you, Netters and Troy.
Oh, you're so very welcome.
Yep.
Troy, any last words?
No. Just want to thank DadManWalking55. And, of course, we want to thank the missus, too, because, she lent you out for the night.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and thank all of you guys for coming here and encouraging Netter and, by extension, myself.
Yep. And, like PJ from Rural Nation always says, together we grow.
Yep.
And so I do this to encourage other YouTubers. I do this to encourage the chat because they just learned about a new channel. The ones that didn't know you previously, they now know about a new channel. So they know that there's another place they can go to, check out content. If they're gamers, and we have a lot of gamers that'll come into our streams, now they're going to go to your channel to see your streams and see about the gaming and all that, and drop their comments. And that's part of the fun of it. It's like, I want to know more about you. I want to know more about your content. Because, especially if it's something that it's like, oh, I really have an interest in that. I want to know more. And then it's like, oh, you do that too? And then from that, it just kind of snowballs and you learn more and more and you get to see more and more. I just love that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
since we are going to be ending the stream, sadly,
Yep.
so I would love to have you back on. We can talk in the green room about that.
Okay.
Until then, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. Hi, Sashi. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a really great time. And you guys, you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You could be anywhere right now, and you chose to be here. that's so encouraging. I love seeing you guys in the chat, talking to each other, talking to us. Just the interaction. And tonight, talking about different recipes. I want some of those recipes. So people better email me those recipes because I want to be able to make them because I love to eat. I love to cook. I love to bake. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for encouraging, and not just me and Troy, but really encouraging our guests. We got to 628. I'm going to refresh the screen one more time to see if we were to eke out those last two to hit that milestone of 630. Let's see. Come on, why is my screen white? There we go. We're at 628. But if there's anybody that has not subbed, his channel is pinned to the top of the stream. Please make sure you go over there and drop a like, drop a sub, hit that notification bell. Because we really do want to encourage our guests when they come on. You guys in the chat-
628's not bad though for the night.
No,
Yeah,
it's
sure, it's
wonderful. I love it. I mean, that's I think 8 more to just tonight alone.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So that's wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
And, you know, my chat, I adore you guys. You know that. I'm so glad that you are here. Because without you, I'd be talking to myself or just talking to Troy or, it'd be,
We don't need to stream to talk to each other.
Yeah, I mean, we are literally sitting 4 feet apart.
Yep.
We are facing each other 4 feet apart. So I really do love having you here, and I love reading your comments and everything. You guys are wonderful. So thank you for being here. And we will definitely see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.